Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's weekly musings is Dirty Thoughts. I've been doing a series of daily morning musings for the last year, and I've been using posts from my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. I think I still have like 240 more blog posts to go through, but I am only doing them weekly from now on. I've had a whole lot of family things come up, including a new grandchild living with me, so nobody's getting any sleep except the baby. And all of these videos are based on my experience of being a trained mystic, intuitive, psychic, energy worker over the last 45 years. I started when I was 21, I think. And the thing I have found over the years is that the essence of this information is the same. The details tend to change with the year or the decade. So if I encounter anything as I'm reading that's out of date, I will say the most recent information. And at the end, I'll summarize it based on everything that's going on in the world today or the prevalent growth space that I see going on for everyone today. Plus, I have some special offers that I mentioned, so stay tuned to the very end to see what they are. Dirty thoughts. This is still a powerful time for setting your intentions, creating your visions, and making choices to bring them into reality. What kind of choices are you making? From what space are you making them? Manifesting through reality paradigms. A fancy schmancy way of saying you can't paint with old oils or watercolors or an old paintbrush. You can set any number of intentions, make vision boards of the wazoo, recite affirmations until the cows come home. But if you remain in the same energy patterns, then you'll always create the same outcomes. You can even do a geographic move to another city, change your looks, change jobs, change friends. But if your core pictures don't reset, you'll stay the same. It doesn't matter what seeds you plant. If they're going in cement or being watered in vinegar, you're not going to grow anything. What creates fertile soil? What creates growth? Do something different, anything different. You can start with micro steps. Drive a different route to work. Wear a different color than you're used to wearing. After you pour your morning coffee, set the timer to 5 minutes. Put the device down, close your eyes, and breathe. Listen to sounds. Feel sensations in your body. I know a couple who, after they moved to a different city to retire, spent a week using their non-dominant hands to do things, whether it was to pick up the coffee cup in the morning, hold the phone to their ear, open doors. It was a way of their resetting their experience in the new environment. Micro steps are a great way to create new habits. You can set the timer to 15 minutes and clear the clutter in your office. Stop when the timer goes off and move to a different room, unless you're on a roll, in which case stay where you are. I know two different authors who prolifically write books by micro-stepping. One works 30 minutes at a time, regardless of her busy schedule. One has multiple books going on at once and writes on whichever one moves her at the moment. You have to bypass your brain. It was your stinking thinking that got you into a rut in the first place. Dirty thoughts create a murky reality. For the next 7 days, make different choices every day and see what happens. So I think this is funny because if you read this only on like a surface level and not from an intuitive level, you're going to feel like it's contradicting itself because it says you can set any number of intentions and make vision boards up the wazoo and recite affirmations till the cows come home. But if you remain in the same energy patterns, you'll always create the same outcomes. So what does taking 5 minutes to breathe do to you? Or what does driving a different route to work? Well, the difference between that and then reciting affirmations till the cows come home is when you're reciting affirmations, you can start to become unconscious with it. You're not really feeling, seeing, or hearing those affirmations if you're reciting them every single day. And the thing with vision boards, I actually know a couple different people who've had amazing vision boards. One person did a vision board of this ideal place where she wanted to live, and she was in New Zealand at the time and put out this beautiful lakefront view that she thought was in New Zealand because the South Island has beautiful fir trees and things like that. And then she met her old high school boyfriend again, and he worked for Microsoft in Washington State and had a house on Lake Washington that the view was identical to what she had put up on her vision board. And somebody else, same thing about a house. They had put a house on their vision board and then had forgotten about it. And when they were actually looking for real estate in a different country, it turned out the one they were putting the offer on was the photo that they had put on years ago. So it's interesting how that kind of reality can come about. But if you're really trying to make change, it starts inside inside and it's an internal thing, and making micro steps from within can make tremendous external changes. Now, the thing that I do nowadays is I work on an energy level that is kind of quantum physics kind of energy level. And I find that it helps to be spontaneous, that it helps to do anything I do with a sense of curiosity and wonder without any preconceived notions. I have to kind of surrender my expectations and be in the present moment and allow for the energy shifts. And the thing I have found, especially recently in the last few months, is when I completely drop my agenda and I am right in my present moment and I am just completely aligned as consciousness with consciousness and experiencing myself as the greater consciousness, reality reorganizes in my favor, but also in everyone else's favor as well. And really surprising, amazing things, life-saving things have happened in the last few months coming from doing that. But if you're not used to working on that kind of level, baby steps are what gets you there, especially if something you want to create is overwhelming or giant. Baby steps get you there every time. Make different choices. Just simply make different choices. Do something different to adjust your paradigm and see what happens. And let me know in the comments below when you do, because I love to read your comments. And if you like these videos, please share them with your family and your friends and on your social media. And please like or heart, follow or subscribe. And that way you're telling the algorithm to share this far and wide and get this out to someone who really needs to see this information. And if you'd like to have a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques, click on the link below to the Skybox technique. It'll give you a drone's eye perspective of your life and greater insight as consciousness as well. If you want some manifestation techniques, I have a self-study course, Manifesting Money and Miracles, that will teach you simple but profound energy techniques for completely transforming your external reality. And if you'd like a personal session with me, click on the link below to book a session. I take a look at the essence of who you are and what's going on in your life today, and then I can answer any questions that you might have, regardless of what it's about. I can talk to dead people, I can take a look at the future, I can look at relationships, jobs, moving, all sorts of things. And it's all recorded just for you. And if you want to learn how to do this for yourself, that is, navigate your life as consciousness with the help of some of my consciousness techniques, Manifesting Money and Miracles is a great preparation for my coaching special where I work with you one-on-one and give you specifically chosen consciousness techniques so that you can transform your life. And you can find out more at my website, joan-newcomb.com. And I'll see you next week in another Morning Musings.